Hey everyone, welcome to the Smart Flicker. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest insights. Today, we're diving into a topic that's super relevant for just about everyone: how social media affects your brain, the psychology of addiction. Social media. It's a huge part of our daily lives, right? Whether you're scrolling through Instagram, scrolling on TikTok, or tweeting your thoughts, social media has become an integral part of how we communicate, connect, and even define ourselves. But have you ever wondered how all of this affects your brain? More importantly, why is it so addictive? Section 1. The dopamine effect. So, let's talk about dopamine, that feel-good chemical in our brain. Every time you get a notification, whether it's a like, a comment, or even just a ping from a friend, your brain releases a little hit of dopamine. This makes you feel good, and naturally, you want more of it. That's why social media can feel like a game of chase the high. Every time you check your phone, it's like pulling the lever on a slot machine, hoping for that jackpot, whether it's a viral post or a meaningful connection. The problem? Our brains get addicted to this dopamine rush, which makes it harder and harder to put our phones down.
Section 2. Mental health, self-esteem. Now, let's talk about how this affects mental health, especially self-esteem.
Studies show that the more time we spend on social media, the more likely we are to feel anxious, depressed, and dissatisfied with our lives. Social media tends to present a highlight reel of people's lives, carefully curated moments that are often far from reality. When we compare ourselves to others online, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy. We see someone's vacation photos and think, "Why don't I have that?" Or we see someone's body and think, "I wish I looked like that." This constant comparison can really impact your self-worth, leaving you feeling less confident about who you are. Section 3. Social validation, behavior. Next up, social validation. Social media gives us this constant cycle of feedback through likes, comments, and shares. This validation feels great in the moment, but it can quickly turn into an obsession. Psychologically, our brains crave validation from others. It's part of our need to feel accepted, loved, and seen by those around us. But here's the catch. When we rely too much on these external validations, we can lose touch with our true sense of self-worth, and that's a dangerous cycle. Section 4. The impact on attention and behavior. Now, let's talk about how social media affects our attention and behavior. Ever find yourself scrolling for hours and suddenly realize that you've lost track of time? Or maybe you try to focus on something important, but your brain keeps pulling you back to that phone screen? Yeah, that's the effect of social media on your attention span. Studies have found that heavy social media use can lead to shorter attention spans and even make it harder to focus on deep, meaningful tasks. That constant influx of notifications and updates keeps your brain in a constant state of distraction, making it harder to focus on the real world. Section 5. Why is it so addictive? So, why is social media so addictive? It's all about instant gratification. The combination of dopamine hits, the desire for social validation, and the constant availability of new content makes social media nearly impossible to resist. We're living in a world where everything is just one click away, whether it's entertainment, connection, or even validation. And the more time we spend on these platforms, the more our brains start to crave it. Over time, it can turn into an addiction, where we find ourselves checking our phones even when we don't need to. Section 6. How to break the cycle. So how do we break free from the social media addiction cycle? First, awareness is key. Just understanding how these platforms are designed to keep us hooked is a huge step. You can also set boundaries for yourself, like limiting your screen time or having designated phone-free moments during the day. Another powerful way to combat this addiction is by practicing mindfulness. Try focusing on the present moment instead of getting lost in a scroll. You can also engage in real-world activities that don't involve screens, like exercising, reading, or spending time with loved ones. At the end of the day, social media isn't all bad. It's a great tool for connection and creativity, but it's important to be mindful of how it affects your brain and mental health. By understanding the psychology behind the addiction, we can start taking control and using social media in a healthier, more balanced way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And hey, let me know in the comments what's your biggest challenge when it comes to social media. How do you stay balanced? I'd love to hear from you.